ladies and gentlemen. It is that time again. It is 8:30-ish Eastern Standard Time on a Wednesday night, which means, that I have to change the resolution of this game because it looks weird on the stream. But it's me, hey, Nick, aka Pavel, the Barbarian Bard, here with my bestest voiceover buddy.
Gilbert got a game. Hey, y'all. What's up?
We're back with more parts of with the final case of the Phoenix Wright first part of the trilogy.
Yeah.
And before we get started, just let me say, perfect.
Oh.
I've got a lovely cheer wine here this evening.
Now, is cheer wine actually alcoholic?
It is.
Or is it like
not.
root beer?
Cheer wine, grip it and rip it, baby. Thank you, Katie. I appreciate that. No, it is alcoholic in the same way that root beer is alcoholic, and that it's not.
Okay.
There is a cheer wine ale that I am desperate to try, but I've never had before. But no, the way that I always describe it to people, and it's very off-putting when I do, is it's like if you took the Coke out of a cherry Coke. And no,
so it's cold medicine.
No, it's not, because it's light and effervescent. It's refreshing. Does
it bubble? It bubbles.
Does. Of course it bubbles. Okay. It's carbonated.
So there is carbonated. There's carbonation, I should say. Okay. I mean, listen, I'm willing to try most things once, provided it doesn't, coincide with my allergies. But
I mean, I don't think this would. It's canned / bottled right there in North Carolina.
If you've had a Dr. Pepper with more cherry, that's it. Okay, I think I can imagine that, because again, my first thing is like if you take the Coke out of cherry Coke, it's Robitussin.
Yeah,
basically.
Maybe that's the way to think about it. I guess maybe that's why I love it so much, because I am a huge Dr. Pepper fan.
Oh, there you go.
And if you turn that cherry flavor up to like 1,000, that is, I guess, what you get. So.
All right. Well, I'm glad that you're having your beverage of choice, and I'm having mine, which tonight is not an alcoholic beverage. It is just water, because I'm trying to save some money.
Nothing wrong with water. Hydrate, people. It is good for you. I promise.
And remember, hydrate or die straight.
That's right. All right. We ready to get going?
Oh, yeah.
All right, because if I recall, we are getting into, I think, maybe the most complicated investigation section of the first trilogy, well, the first 5 games. I'm excited to see how we fare with this. It's a lot of fun.
All right. Well,
why do we have 2 saves?
Oh, I don't know.
I
guess whichever one is the latter one, yeah. Oh, yeah!
Yep.
Okay.
So if I remember correctly, we got permission to go into the evidence room.
I think so.
We did all our talking out here.
We did all the talking we were going to.
All right.
There we go. Let's go.
Welcome to the evidence room. Oh, God. Things that we didn't do to actually start our stream.
You didn't flip the coin.
We didn't flip. It's because I put all my dice away. I cleaned my desk recently. And so now I've got...
How dare you be a responsible adult?
Listen, it doesn't come around often. But when it does, it absolutely fucks up my system. Okay.
It's true.
I'm assuming you're going to stick with your traditional odd, Gilby?
Yep, because I'm always odd.
It is a 3 this evening.
Oh, so I'm Phoenix to start with. Okay.
You are Phoenix Wright, assuming that's what you want to do. I should say probably whoever wins gets Phoenix or partner for first thing. But yeah, take Phoenix.
It's the first voice, and I'm ready to roll. And you have rolled, so here we go.
Yeah, and before we start, of course, we've been doing this for months now, but it's still worth mentioning the conceit of this stream is that if at any time you're tired of hearing a person's voice or tired of hearing them do that particular character, an objection in all caps with an exclamation point in the chat swaps our voice points on demand, and we then pick up with new characters. So
yeah.
All right. I've talked
right.
enough. I've gabbed a bit. It is your turn, Gilby. Take it away.
Sounds good. It's quiet. The investigation must be over here.
So, this is the evidence room? It really is kind of like a graveyard.
Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue.
Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me.
Oh! Whoa!
Sorry, I thought you were a ghost.
I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So, is it true what I heard?
Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asked me, "Sir, can I borrow $50?" I'd give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's desire. Knock yourself out.
Yeah, it's true. So, Chief of Police Gans will loan anyone $50, even me?
Oh, so that's what you were talking about.
Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today?
Boss for a day.
But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're the boss for a day. Hey, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this.
Evidence room floor plans added to the court record. Scene of the stabbing of a detective at the PD.
To myself for a bit, shall we?
Yeah, why not? So, Detective Gumshoe, you're boss for the day?
That's right, it's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department.
But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings?
They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for the trial tomorrow. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation. Again. I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here? Two? That was the most awkward pause ever. I apologize. Haha, of course. I'm a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal.
Only you can open?
Edgy?
Sure.
I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens.
So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee now, right?
They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in the court today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate? Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. I mean, of course, Phoenix. Come on, we had a whole session about it.
Right.
That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. Nah, evidence lockers first.
Yeah.
This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be locked. Why, I'm on my third card since entering the first already.
I'm not surprised by that in the least.
Not in the slightest.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand.
Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint?
Exactly, pal. The for each locker is coated with a fingerprint. So the only locker we can open is our own.
Funny. They look like normal lockers.
These are the latest models. There's a trick for the handles, see?
The handles?
On the other side of the handles is a... And if the wrong person touches it...
Zap! You get a shock!
That's what happened. My hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. And there are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks.
Evidence locker added to the court record. Only the assigned detective's prints can unlock it. Indicator lamp lights up when it's open.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, I guess we got some exploring to do.
Yeah, I think so. And don't forget that we can spray as well.
For blood, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you want to try that first?
Yeah, why not? Let me back out of here.
Yeah.
And then I think... Yeah, that's how we go. Alright, so spray. Alright, we want to spray.
Everything.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Nothing yet. Ah!
Uh-huh. That.
Why am I getting a reaction here?
There's no for the murderer to touch the spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant. Hey! That's something pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal.
What, this? It's called luminol testing fluid.
Where'd you get your hands on that?
Huh?
I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief. Where do you get this, Emma?
Well, I always buy it by mail order.
Well, I'd better jot this down on the floor plan.
Alright, so we got
I'm
a bloody
assuming you
hand.
jotted it down on the floor plan. Yeah. A step to the right.
Okay. Slide to the right. Oh,
Huh. Look at that.
before we even had to spray it.
Right? Just very obviously there.
Ha! I knew it! This is someone's right handprint.
What? What's the matter? This locker, it's mine!
It's yours?
Please! You have to help me! When they come to take me away! Promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. Jot it down on the floor plan. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police.
Oh,
Buddy.
boy. What? But you're a detective!
No response was given to that particular comment by Emma.
Right. Oh,
Oh, look at that. I mean, that makes sense.
yeah.
That must have been one massive pool of blood. I like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien.
This proves that something really happened in front of this locker.
I'll make a note of that on the floor, but I think I understand that. Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. Actually, that is a real line that I say very often.
What, if you do want my opinion?
You shouldn't have asked. Yeah, because I think people think with me that I'm going to gently couch it between two compliments, I guess. And I'm like, no, if you actually want my opinion, I will give it to you full force, which is why I normally don't say anything until somebody asks me, and then I'm like, oh yeah, no, that sucked. What?
I mean, not everybody's got time for the compliment sandwich, you know?
I'm telling you, we gotta move. We got data entry to do.
All right, I think
I think that's it for the spraying. Yeah, but we found three. We found three very important things. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's more exploring to do.
There is. Yeah, let's start back to the left and move our way over.
Okay.
That's cool. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow! Look at this big pile of junk in the corner.
That looks like a car door.
There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame.
Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and he got away.
Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing.
He's been shot square in the forehead.
Better him than us.
Ew. Okay. Yep. There's something sticking out of here.
Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case.
Wonder if Detective Gumshoe put it here. There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was opened recently.
How do you know?
If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence?
Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot, too.
I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either. If you're gonna talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of him, pal. He's got a point.
He does.
Another one.
Lots of lockers.
Go for the ball. Why not?
Yeah. This place is stuffed with evidence. Stuffed with dreams.
I'm not so sure about the dreams.
It won't open.
Did you really think it would? Hey, pal, our security is high-tech around here. Okay.
Alright, that knocks the...
Oh, that's...
Okay, good.
Yeah, got it. Cool. Wait, that's our metal detector from a
As I
different
say,
case.
looks familiar.
Indeed. Some sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust here.
What a sorry-looking fishing pole that is.
That's my personal fishing pole. I never get around to using it. Wait, I've seen that somewhere before. What did I just say? It's true. Right, pal. It's the metal detector. The one that led to the solving of that case out on Gourd Lake, remember? Oh, right. Wow. It feels like it was ages ago. I mean, honestly, it was.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah. And, I don't think I've seen this one before. Oh, that's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it will come in handy in solving some case sooner or later.
Foreshadowing?
That cheap looking box. You can't judge a person or machine by the cover. You gotta look at the
That's a nice trip down memory lane.
Mm-hmm. Okay, looks like we've examined all of that. Oh, except for that actual handprint lock.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. It stuck about me. What's this? What? We literally
Right.
Just tripping.
It's a
just
little
tripping.
worn, but there's definitely a handprint here.
Looks like someone tried to wipe it off.
Mr. Wright! What if there are other blood stains left in the room?
We should use her testing fluid to check it out.
Yeah, I think the game expected you to forget about the testing fluid.
I did not get game. How dare you judge me to my face instead of behind my back?
Right?
All right. Let's
Got an open one?
open locker. Yes.
Look! This one's open! And the red indicator light above the door is lit.
That locker is coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprint. Detective Goodman's locker.
Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that?
Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it. It's empty. I must have taken the contents elsewhere. Okay. Good to know, good to know. Ah, a glove.
A glove. Someone left a glove here, but only one.
Detective Gumshoe, maybe? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective.
This is one of my favorite running jokes in this bit.
That's evidence from the case, you know? You mean SL9? It does have a tag on it.
Rubber glove added to the court record. Tagged evidence from the SL9 incident. Extremely thin rubber glove.
Okay. What else? What else? What else?
Got some pieces of things down here.
Yeah, I should probably look at the pieces.
Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces.
Detective Gumshoe. God, Phoenix!
Right.
There you go, pal! Making me out to be some kind of hooligan! That's apparently from the case.
The case?
The SL9 incident, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces? Another piece of SL9. Take a closer look. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke.
Ooh, you want to try to put it back together?
Ha! Good luck, pal! That's no job for amateurs.
Fortunately for us, we've done 4 of these games already.
Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up.
So now we have a time limit.
3 hours.
That's why I always carry around a tube of glue.
Well, this piece looks like bottom. Let's try putting the rest of... Okay, first of all, I just want to be very clear. You should not do this. You should not go into a crime scene and pick up pieces of evidence with your bare hands and glue stuff back together again, because you don't know what you're doing.
That's very true. All right, so it's going to give us one spot each time, and then we're going to have all these different pieces.
Oh, I see. And we're going to have to rotate it or something?
Yeah, as we put the pieces in, it'll rotate, and we fit more things in.
Okay. God, I'm trying to look at a jagged section.
I mean, that feels like a safe bet.
Yeah, maybe that?
Nah, it'll tell you if it doesn't go on there, too. It'll make like that.
Well, that's nice. It'll do like a click thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, can you rotate the pieces?
I can.
That might be the key. That looks like the top.
Yeah, it does, with the rim there.
Mm-hmm. So does that.
I really feel like this is...
That looks like it. Let's try that.
There we go.
Yeah. All right.
All right, so now once... like that?
Oh, maybe the third one in?
Here?
Yeah. Other way? The way it was originally, I think.
Like that?
I
think that's part of the top.
That's top of the... That's... Yeah, I see the lip now. I'm sorry.
No. This has got a long...
Yeah.
But
It also looks like it might match the blood splatter. No, not quite.
Huh. Oh, what about...
Maybe. Maybe.
No.
Other way? Other way? Maybe. I think you had it. Try it again. Try it again.
Like that?
Yeah, try that.
Aha.
Yeah! There we go. Okay. Rotate. Rotate. Rotate till the lip is on the top. Oh, maybe it was a different piece. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Maybe this? No.
No, that's not it. Nope. Not quite.
No, it's got a pretty obvious cutout. I feel like it's gotta be here, right?
Yeah, maybe that one. Try that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
We're making progress now. Right there, right?
That's gotta be it. Yeah, look at the bottom tooth cut thing.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
So not much to go on here.
Oh, wait, that one.
Like that?
Yes.
All right.
Ah.
Easy enough.
Okay.
There,
Yep.
right? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. No question. No.
Got that.
Probably that. Oh, the way you had it. Yes.
This way? There we go.
Uh-huh.
All right, last piece.
Okay. Right there on it.
And we're out of pieces. But hey,
That's it.
that went together pretty good.
Yeah.
I think
solved
we definitely beat Gumshoe's record of 3 hours.
I think you're correct.
Huh? Well, I think we did it. But some of the pieces are missing.
Yeah, I got that far too and two myself. The problem is finished. Oh.
Oh, buddy. Were some pieces stolen?
I bet they were missing to begin with. So, it doesn't look like the most stable kind of job.
I kind of understand how it got broken.
Objection! Unstable jar. Added to the court record. Unstable jar. Jar pieced back together from fragments found at the crime scene. A piece is missing.
Good catch on that, objection there, Gilby.
Yes, right there. Thank you, Katie.
All right. It's...
Oh, there's still stuff to look at?
If you put these pieces together, it makes a jar.
There are two things that bother me. One, why are some of the pieces missing? Two, doesn't it seem a little unstable? No wonder it broke.
I'll make sure to remember that next time I make a jar.
Well, there's no need to be catty about it.
Right. If Phoenix wasn't catty, I mean, what else would he have?
Right. You have no personality. Oh, yeah. What is a saw and paint doing here?
Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression.
Jack part.
Right? Deep in that trench coat, there's the soul of an artist.
Ooh, art. I noticed that there's blue and yellow paint here.
Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger?
Oh!
Well, you might say this is my studio.
He is an artist!
Here? In the evidence room?
He's a true artist. He's fighting oppression with his art.
He's just a good boy.
Just a good boy.
Alright. So, we can move, we might be able to present stuff. Because at one point
Yeah,
we got a notice about...
something.
Yeah, trying to get him to talk more about the case.
Mm-hmm.
We want to
Hey,
present...
have him talk about Blue Badger, now that we know.
About the Blue Badger?
Yeah, the Blue Badger.
This is my crowning achievement. My masterpiece, you might say. Art is always misunderstood, pal.
Alright.
He was dancing proudly on the day of the award ceremony. But there were a lot of people coming and going after the ceremony. So they took the Blue Badger away for a while. Really? Why? Oh, they said it was shameful or something like that? Shameful! I toiled night and day! I sympathize with Detective Gunshoe, but I can see why they moved it.
I feel like Blue Badger and the fact that it's broken, and the fact that it was up on the day of the murder.
Yeah.
That tells me there's more to the Blue Badger than meets the eye.
Oh? I guess we'll have to see.
Mm-hmm. Listen, it's a work of art.
That's right. For better or for worse.
For worse. Let's see if any of the evidence that we found in this evidence room maybe sparks something fun.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. We got a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Maybe start with the locker, yeah.
You can't open the lockers if your fingerprint doesn't match. If you can open it, they give you 50 cents.
Note, the police department lacks faith in its lock system.
After all, Detective Goodman was stabbed here after opening his locker. But at the same time, he was found dead over at the prosecutor's office.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
yes.
the evidence Evidence floor plan. He got right.
Allow me to say one thing, speaking as a detective. If I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. Nothing. That's fine. You bet it's fine, pal. There you go.
I'm not mad at the dialogue option in the slightest.
I do remember this being important.
Okay, please present.
Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. Ah, I heard the rumors. So it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa!
What is it?
That second number. It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth!
What?
The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, what? ID card record updated in the court record.
Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room?
That's interesting.
Fair.
Why indeed? Edgy McEdgerson, son of Gregory.
Gregory?
Gregory! The glove?
The glove?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, no. Well, that's okay. The vase?
The vase?
Oh, the vase, excusez-moi.
No,
No.
nothing either.
Hmm.
You get the knife in the shoe.
Sure do. Give it a shot.
Detective Goodman's known, and that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Well, because of the SL9 connection. And that was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there were some loose ends left on that case. Interesting.
Interesting. Okay, how about that shoe?
Allow me to say one thing.
Nah. No, you've already said your one thing. Maybe the spray? I don't know.
Spray? Yeah, why not?
Yeah, he seems to like that. Yeah.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
How quickly he's turned on science.
Oh, what about the note? The one that actually says the SL9?
I think it does. I think it's the same dialogue for both.
Oh,
of
it
those.
is. Correct. Goodman's autopsy report?
Sure. No.
Frustrating.
Oh yeah, I should have our walkthrough ready, just in case.
The other knife?
Yeah, somehow I was reminded.
Oh, maybe to the award, because it wasn't Gumshoe at the award ceremony?
I think he was. Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got the other day. Were you at the awards ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Congratulations.
I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken?
Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten.
Oh, I thought he was hiding.
Yeah. Oh, we've got the thing.
There it is. Okay.
Now that was a bloody, violent case. Violent? So it was a murder? A serial killing?
Oh.
A serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him.
And this was 2 years ago?
That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight. It started the rumor mill. Rumors? About forged evidence? That was supposed to be all cleaned up the other day with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is.
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incidents, you see.
Ah. So that's Switchblade knife.
The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? Hey, pal, look at the time. Was there something you needed to be going to? It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm gonna go give him my report for the day.
What is that?
What is that?
Is that a menu? That's
It might help, you know?
The report? You mean the note written on the back of the flyer?
The one that says nothing but no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you got friends like Detective Gumshoe? I'm off, pal. Later. I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too. I mean, that's a pretty clear direction.
I think that's the game saying go. Go. Go.
It's also the walkthrough saying go, 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 go.
Right. Probably, right?
So I think we go from there to...
Criminal Affairs Department? No.
There.
I do love that he has the Steel Samurai statue back there. That's really sweet.
Right.
Oh my god! Wow, that's a callback.
Right? A blast from the past there.
Oh my lord. I'll take it, because you have two voices. So. Ah, yes. My apologies.
Oh, it's you.
Have we met somewhere?
Huh?
Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long.
Yeah, he's not long for this scene.
No.
Is Edgeworth here?
There, standing by the window. A teacup in his hand. Oh, I guess I'm Edgeworth. I forgot. Hold up. Right.
He has the hotel bring him tea service?
Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? I am.
Oh, by the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you.
Yeah. He brought me the latest information. Really? Is it helpful? Apparently a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow.
The real info's on the other side, Edgeworth.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him.
Alright.
So,
So, how did the inquiry committee go?
actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time again.
Is that not the story of white privilege in one sentence?
I'm telling you.
Again?
I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago.
Are you okay for the trial tomorrow?
Well, still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However,
Something happened?
they gave control of the investigation over to the department. The police department? Yes, any further investigation for this case will be directed by the chief of police. Yeah. I can do nothing but wait for his results.
I see.
Why? I ask you, why? All along, I've only done what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still.
Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts.
Yeah. Should we present some stuff to him?
Yeah, why not?
I'm curious if he says anything about the vase. Or, excuse me, the vase. The vase. You know the song from Hercules?
I don't know that I do.
Oh, there's a line, and they slapped his face on every... well, it's hard with the music going on. They slapped his face on every face on every vase. From appearance, fees, and royalties, I can't catch the bird. Sorry. Ellipses. ... Right. Please. I'm a prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea.
I'll pass on the tea. Just tell me about the case.
Mr. Wright, Mr. Edward just told you no in a very polite manner.
Whose side are you on, anyway? Maybe if I just show him my best evidence, I can get some reaction out of him.
Okay, best evidence.
Best evidence?
Shoot. Well, I think the log where his name pops, or his ID badge pops up, probably triggers some kind of response. Yeah?
I think so. Oh, right. I better check this now.
As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage?
Edgeworth, you went in the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less.
Yeah, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less. The Chief of Police? He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office.
But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed.
The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case.
Now I'm curious about this other case. I better make a note of it.
Unrelated evidence. Screwdriver. Added to the court record. Evidence from a past case of Edgeworth. Brought back to his office by Gant's request. Stubborn as always. I told you. This has nothing to do with the case.
See, it's not just Emma who picks up on that inner voice now.
Mm-hmm.
Edgeworth sees us adding evidence.
Mm-hmm. I really think Phoenix just says more shit out loud than he admits.
That he thinks he does.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, that was definitely a hit.
That was a hint. Well, we got the screwdriver. Can we present the screwdriver to him?
Sure.
Why not?
No.
Let's see.
He's mad.
Do not make me ellipses again.
Right. How often do I have to tell you? I don't like breaking out my ellipses.
I'm very selective. I only have a few I can give out per day. Number unbeknownst even to myself.
And I use far too many of them on you.
The award, maybe?
The award? No.
No. Maybe the switchblade knife? No.
Oh.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, hold on. I skipped a bunch of stuff. We're gonna go back and do it again.
Oh, yeah. Ellipses. I know you. You've probably got a hold of some information already, right?
It all has to do with that case you were on, the SL9 incident. It was good.
And even the SL9 incident.
Yeah, right. And some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in?
You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later.
He must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator.
New baby Edgewood.
Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. That sounds like we got new topics to talk about.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was Deputy Chief of Police at the time, Damon Gant.
Perfectly innocent Damon Gant.
Right.
That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too, then.
He was a top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth?
What I want to know is, why was a deputy chief of police on the investigation?
In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed.
Wait, you didn't...
Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science. Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminol testing. Well then, you might have a use for this. Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints! It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know? I've no say in today's investigation. You as you.
Edgeworth, I'm really...
No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved.
Thanks. I mean, how about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well?
Fingerprint setting and fingerprint file received. Fingerprint setting recovers fingerprints from handprints for comparison with fingerprint file. Oh, you gave her a treat.
Yeah.
Well, let's get going. One last investigation.
Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere.
Could it be back at the evidence room?
I think so. I will say before we go, if you want to spray the office for blood.
Yeah, why not? La 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 la.
Moistening all of Edgeworth's possessions.
That's there. What? It looks like some blood is dripped down here.
Judging by the amount, my guess is it's from a nosebleed.
A nosebleed, hmm? Maybe in his wrath, Mr. Edgeworth slaps someone for their incompetence.
Why does Detective Gumshoe's face come to mind?
Oh, he wouldn't. He wouldn't.
Who knows?
He would not.
This is the vicious king of prosecutors.
How's that haircut?
You and your parasocial relationship with Edgeworth here.
What? No, I have a parasocial relationship with someone way completely different. Come on.
All right, back to the evidence locker.
Back to the evidence locker.
Oh, Jake's gone.
That's okay. He is not my favorite character.
Yeah, I like Jake.
I do not. But that's okay. We can like different people.
That's true. Our investigation turned up as a suspicious handprint.
Here, in this blood on a detective evidence locker.
Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed.
Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger.
A finger?
Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the print. Probably the thumb. Yeah.
I really can't tell the difference at a glance.
Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. Actually, probably the index finger, right?
Index, you think?
Yeah. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done.
Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes.
First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around.
Huh? How do you do that?
With enter. See?
With the DS version of this game, you could tap on the screen and it would just drop aluminum powder wherever you tapped. It was a lot of fun.
Okay, that's cool.
Ah, it looks like that did the trick.
The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess.
And you could blow in the microphone to actually blow the powder
Oh! Okay, that's cool. That's super cool.
Super cute little gimmick.
That is an awesome way to use the tool.
Yeah, I always liked when they did stuff like that.
Dynamics! That's great.
How do I do that?
With E. Exciting, I know. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See?
Wow, that looks like fun. It might take some getting used to, though.
It's fine. It won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright.
Somewhere Katie is, like, actively in pain, listening to the basics of fingerprinting.
Listen, I'm not even a lawyer, and I've been in pain about a lot of
The
legal
investigative
procedurals.
techniques.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack here.
I guess I better give it a try. All right, here we go.
Let's do it.
And blow.
Aha! You did it. You found one.
But this looks nothing like a fingerprint.
Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't.
What does it mean?
It means it was from a glove.
Ooh.
Yeah. Sorry. I probably shouldn't know that. But
No. It's fine if you know which direction it's going.
I have read a few murder mysteries in my time.
Once or twice.
Once or twice, or I don't know, 200. I think it means we're out of luck.
Out of luck.
The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves.
You were 2 text boxes ahead.
Knew it. Called it. Roll back the tape. Literally said it.
We'll go back and clip it. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here.
Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints?
Other prints?
Looking at the locker door again closely, it seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print.
Fingerprints outside the blood.
Like, that one? That
Like
gray one?
this one? Dust. Hello.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Very, very nice.
Yeah, that's a good imprint.
That is a solid imprint.
Apparently the game's still not happy, so let me dust it again.
Look, it just really wants you to dust, okay?
Very much so.
Yay! A print so clear, it's dazzling.
Dazzling?
Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away.
So we're not done yet? This is quite a process.
Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right?
I guess she's right.
Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth. Point out the person you think left these prints.
Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was?
I could make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprints would we most likely find on this block?
All right, so what do you think?
Nope, not a match. Nope, not a match. Not a match. Not a match. 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 Very close. Yeah. Ah! So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this. So what? What?
I guess that's probably because I was thinking, so what?
Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always a next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out.
Yeah. Roll to the left.
Slide to the left.
Yeah, it was somewhere around here, right?
Do we do it?
Do you have to spray first, or?
Yeah, let's try the spray first.
There it is. Yeah. Yes, okay.
This is where we got a luminol fluid reaction, right?
Right. There was a handprint here. Okay. I'll try using this.
There go our eyes sparkling again.
Check for prints!
Okay, let's check for prints.
That's the spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you about something first.
What?
The area with the blood was wiped away, right?
I mean, we only ended up finding it using chemical means.
Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too.
Oh, right. So that means no prints.
Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high?
I mean, don't ask me.
Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away.
Prints other than one left by the bloody hand.
Oh. Okay.
So if that's the one that's wiped away, I think I just did this by out of instinct. But in theory, you've got two other fingers, right?
Right.
You want to do this one?
Yeah. Ah.
Dust, 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 dust.
Dust.
So just for the folks at home, while I'm dusting, I'm using vocal monitoring for the first time. So if I sound like a weirdo, or if my cadence is strange, it's because I'm hearing myself coming back through the headphones, and it's really messing with me.
Welcome to being a voiceover artist.
Right?
Hearing yourself is weird.
So we got a print.
Not a match. 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 Jake. I knew it. I knew it was Jake. Never liked that guy.
You know, Gilby, some people would call that profiling.
What? What are you talking about? I'm only judging him from appropriating a culture that does not belong to him. Like...
What, the Western cowboy culture?
Yeah, obviously he's not from Texas.
Can you culturally appropriate cowboys?
I'm saying yes! I just don't like him, okay? And I need a legitimate reason.
Oh my goodness. Hey, these fingerprints, they...
Whose are they? Whose? Someone I know?
It's Officer Marshall.
Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? Marshall's fingerprints added to the court record. Marshall's fingerprint found on a bloody handprint left in the evidence room. And then White. That gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime.
Emma, this is decidedly different from...
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, right? This is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminol reaction, the blood, and the fingerprints are in the same place.
Oh.
So, you have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped bloodstain.
Maybe he cut himself shaving. With that knife. But why would Officer Marshall?
Looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence.
I don't believe it.
To be continued.
Ooh. Well, we still have an hour, so we're continuing.
Oh, yeah.
To be continued right now.
You don't tell us what to do, game.
Yeah, how dare. You don't own me. You don't know my life. You don't make my choices for me. Sorry, childhood trauma.
You're good.
So, what do you think, Mr. Wright?
I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all,
the victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time. And different suspect was arrested at each of the... Lana! Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed.
I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning.
We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though. So, how'd it go? It says Mr. Wright suspects the police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain.
Oh.
A plea bargain? What do you mean by that? We agreed that if I told them the truth behind simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma. But Lana, don't tell me you... Much to my regret, I'm as much in the dark about this as they are.
Miss Sky.
Hmm?
We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall.
What kind of trace evidence?
Bloodstained fingerprints, to be exact. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you?
In order to defend my sister, you're going to have to accuse Mr. Marshall. Well, I don't care about that.
Right. We have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Sky?
Do what you have to, Mr. Wright. All right, let's go to... Oh, is it time?
Oh, it's absolutely time.
All right.
And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is...
I'm afraid you'll have to clarify.
It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain in both places at the same time.
But But that's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared.
Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car.
Wow. This is one messed up trial.
One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today, I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself. Now, that's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things, even though he doesn't know what's going on himself.
And that's supposed to be an admiral trait?
Yeah, it's called faking it till you're making it.
Right. Very well, let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand.
For its first witness, the prosecution called the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department.
The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer? I don't know. Things are getting wild from the get-go. That poor face.
Oh God. You or is it me?
Do you want to roll for it?
Yeah, roll for it.
I do love your interpretation, but I know it kills your voice. Even, it's me.
It's
right.
you!
It's me.
All right, I believe in you, Nick. You got this.
Okay.
Will the witness please state his name and occupation?
Yes, sir! I'm Officer Mike Meekins, sir! My occupation is, that would be murderer, sir! So you're telling us you're a professional killer? Sir! It was me, sir! I'm the one who did it! I'll never kill anyone again, sir! You've got to believe me, sir! Actually, what we'd like to hear from is, sir! I'm part of what you call a younger generation, sir! A person whose actions adults couldn't possibly comprehend! Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir! Help me, sir!
Officer Meekins,
Yes, sir!
give us your report of the crime. Consider that in the order.
Yes, sir! As you wish! After all, I'm part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir!
You can't fault him for lack of enthusiasm.
Oh, Meekins. Crime report, sir! Although it is not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir! I was suddenly attacked! I fought for my life, and then I did it! After that, I passed out, until another officer smacked me awake!
Oh, hit him.
So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you? Do unto others before they do unto you! That's the Meekins family motto, sir! I see. Then you fainted and a colleague helped you gain consciousness. Yes, sir! He knocked me upside the head, sir! Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. What I need here is more info to work with.
Question everything.
We'll press it all. Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not? Yes, sir! I'm in charge of hiring new recruits, sir! Yikes. Where's this guy from?
Evidence transferal was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed.
I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir!
Stop it!
The
What?
Badger?
No!
Yes, sir.
No! 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 Absolutely not! You can't have two idiots in charge of this very simple task. It is completely unconscionable. Who is responsible for the decision making? I need to speak to HR. This is not fair to anybody involved. I'm sorry.
Gilby, I'm trying to act. Please. Yes, sir. The lovely police mascot, created by the chief of detectives, sir. I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transferal process. That was my sole mission for the day, sir.
And it broke! And it broke!
I see. Sounds like a very, important mission.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm fine. I'm just gonna have some water.
After the awards ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around. Then I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room. The only good thing about that dumb mascot, the music.
The music. It's so happy.
It really is such an earworm. Wake up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat, just going.
Tell us, what did you see when you got there?
In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct? Precisely, sir! I have one here around my neck! So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Slowly filling this in. There it is! I found it! This is the one right here! Could you please read us the number? Yes, sir! It's 4989596! That's my number, sir! I see. Huh? But the number 4989596 is shown as being used twice.
Oh. Please explain.
It's no real mystery, sir. The first time is when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. And the second time is when I went to go get him after everything settled down. I see. So it was during that second time when... Yes, sir! That's when I spotted the man on the security screen.
Data added to ID card record. IDs of all who entered the evidence room on February 21st.
So you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you? It was a knife, sir! A knife! Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you? Then what happened? Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was. You aren't exactly the kind of person who You aren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into.
Hey, that's just mean.
Right. Again, what is Phoenix if not mean?
Right. Catty
That's what I
mean.
reacted, sir! Yeah, what a protagonist, catty and mean. I swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detain him! That's how I got this gash on my hand.
Maybe if you just keep your cool, your hand wouldn't be...
When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar. What exactly do you mean when you say you did it? I know I don't look the type, but I'm really into kung fu films, sir.
Oh, bless.
The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched the knife from him. You took his knife? I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man. Let's see. He must have been desperate.
Like a man.
Right. The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood. And then the next thing I knew... Yes? He punched me right in my face, sir! After that, I passed out, until another officer smacked me awake. Oh, I didn't press that, sorry.
This is what he was telling us yesterday.
Well, we need to try and skim him for some more details from him. For starters, what was an officer from the General Affairs Department doing there in the first place?
Right, let's press him for all he's worth.
About what time did you regain consciousness? No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious. Oh, right.
According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30.
He hit me right in the head, too. I woke up crying tears of pain. That's nice. I mean, it's nice that you recovered, that is.
Like a man.
Right. When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir. Your mission? Yes, sir. The Blue Badger, sir. I returned him to the entrance before things got out of hand. Well, we can all rest easy now. I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened.
Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim?
He's got a point. Yes, Officer Meekins. With regard to that, sir, take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell. Chief Gant delivered it to me just this morning.
Chief?
Delivered it? What is that?
Kids,
videotape?
this is what we call it, VHS videotape.
Yeah.
It's an artifact from days of yore.
If there is anything
during
that
the
would
80s
date this game.
It would be a VHS tape. It's not even a DVD. It's a VHS tape.
Nowadays it'd be a 4K MP3. What do those kids say? They caught him in 4K.
They caught him in 4K, and it'd probably be on a flash drive, right?
Yeah. Well, it's all right.
Yeah.
We'll keep working with our technological. Yeah.
Times change. All generations roll around to the next one. Just the circle of life.
All crumble into dust.
Ugh, like my bones.
Right. Yes, sir. That's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir. It contains footage from the security camera in the evidence room.
Objection!
What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape, and was told it had been mistakenly erased.
That's quite a mistake. I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at. Looks like communication with the police department is good as ever. Well then, let's have a look. Gilby, I just want to know if you're ready for this.
Oh, I don't know. I do remember back in high school, if the teacher needed to grade some paper, she'd pull out that old TV with the VHS player and pop in that video. Oh, are you talking about like the actual footage for going down memory lane?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I have to tell you, it's quite violent.
Okay.
And you're going to see some things that are going to shock you.
Okay.
Now that I've prepared you.
Okay.
Show us the video of you murdering the victim. Oh, please stop using that word murder, sir. It scares me. Video of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into?
I hate you so much. so much. Flames on the side of my face.
Oh.
You know what? I do choose violence today.
This is such a brilliant piece of
Oh, it's actual moving animation. I mean, that's cool.
The way the flag covers the face just long enough.
Yeah. Oh, boo!
One of my favorite tropes in games, it really is.
So this is Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yes. This is technologically similar, to Five Nights at Freddy's.
Listen, I'm just impressed they used like actual CG meant for Meekins instead of 2D.
Right? God, I love that badger. Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us?
Give me a second. I got this. Nope. Give me a second. I won't get there.
Good.
Hold on.
Take your time. Oh, I love this game.
I surrender. Just press the button. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's not gonna
Alright.
happen. It's not.
I'll have Katie come verify, but I'm crying actual tears right now. Sir! That is the pride and joy of the entire criminal affairs department, sir! It's the Blue Badger, sir! Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly?
Nope, not ready. Just press it.
Just keep
press
going. Alright.
it.
Katie refuses to come and verify my state.
I don't know why this hurts so much. Like, my upper ab muscles feel like they went to the gym. I'm not even joking. This is so embarrassing.
Phoenix Wright. It's educational and exercise.
And exercisable. Oh, God. Okay.
Yes. Well, anyway. This tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter someone in the evidence room, and some sort of activity took place.
Your Honor, instead of relying on clear, incomplete footage, the witness testimony will suffice. Is that all right with you, Officer Meekins?
Yes, sir. As you wish, sir.
I did it. I got there eventually. It took me some time, but
I'm proud of you. I choose to believe that Edgeworth was also struggling through his tears. His face can't be clearly seen in the video, but there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir.
I would argue there's a lot of questions.
Right. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it. What's this about a fingerprint?
Each detective has been given a locker equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to.
Intriguing. That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have to have been Detective Goodman. Damn voice monitoring.
No, it's okay. You know what? Well, you said that no, this is me being gross, but I've seen a lot of murder stuff. What if he just cut off somebody's finger? Or
grimmer than this game gets, but possible.
Or hold on, because I've seen this happen before. He's wearing a glove that had touched Detective Goodman's fingerprint, and then pressed his gloved finger with the fingerprint onto the keypad.
Anything is possible at this point. I guess
Yeah.
we'll find out.
Okay.
I don't know where this cross-examination will lead, but everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start.
Let's go.
Press everything?
Oh, yeah. Hold it to your heart's content.
Right. Tell me, were you able to get a good look at him? At the face of the man who attacked you with a knife? Sir, if you must label people as having seen or not seen the man's face, I believe I would be classified as the latter? The latter? But you were standing right in front of him, were you not? More to the point, you are the person who fought him, aren't you? Oh, yes, sir. But I didn't get a clear look at his face, sir. I'm not the kind of guy who looks directly at people when talking with them, you see.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a good trait for a police officer. Still, I'm sure it was him. I bet my badge on it. But you don't know that for sure, do you? You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face. Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label people as having seen or not seen it. Since his face can't be identified in the video, only you can verify it. Why is everyone looking at me? If I had to label your stares as disturbing or...
Meekins. Having been shown a questionable video at best, we are not in the best of moods. Now please be more certain when you testify.
Yes, sir!
You claimed the man who brandished a knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you are positive him.
About these lockers, is there no other way to open them? No, sir. I myself tried all kinds of methods in the past. They only respond to registered fingerprints, sir. I wonder what kind of methods he's trying. If the man opened the locker's lock, which only responds to its registered fingerprints, then he must be the person who the locker was assigned to. Exactly my point, sir! And this too! How do you know that information? Well, I've heard rumors, sir. From people in the know, sir. People in the know? The workers in the department cafeteria, sir. They keep me informed.
Hey, listen, those people know everything.
They really do.
Absolutely.
They also know my romantic troubles, sir!
For the record, the opened locker did indeed belong to Detective Goodman. I verified this information through a more reliable source.
So the victim opened the locker with his own fingerprint. No joke, I am sweating voicing Meekins right now.
It's hard, right, man?
Yeah.
I love him dearly, but like this...
yeah, it needs to be a series wrap on Meekins sooner rather than later.
Real soon. I love him dearly. I'm glad we have footage of him. We can use in a reel someday, but he is not a long-term character.
Yeah. However, the most important detail is not shown in this video, the man's face. Sir! If I may say something, sir? Please do. After all, you are the one being examined. I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock. And it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir. My unsettled state can test a knife enough for this, sir. Bleh.
Big.
Bleh. Yes, you have a point. Footage does not lie. You can count.
That is one piece of footage.
Two contradictions.
Unless the defense can find a problem with this. I don't remember what there's a problem. Oh, sorry. Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again.
Is there a problem with the security video?
Obviously, there's a problem with the security video.
Do you want to find out what the problem is before we say...
Yeah.
Oh, we have an objection. Swapping.
Oh, okay. Cool. Okay.
Do we want to find out what the problem is before we protest?
I do. Okay. Also, Katie, thank you. No! I can't. Oh, we do actually have to watch this, don't we?
Yeah, we do. And then we have to watch it and see what's potentially wrong.
Okay.
It's actually pretty clever.
Yeah. Hold up.
Stop.
I know how he opened it. Because that glove was in there.
Okay, so that's step 1.
Yep. Here's Meeks.
Now it's time for our kung fu fight. The octopus technique, I'm told.
Oh, bless. Well, I mean...
Yeah, he doesn't do bad. Though really, based on how that fight goes, it's surprising that Meekins isn't dead.
Yeah. Listen, just because he hears my voice doesn't mean it doesn't hurt my heart.
I know. But deep in your soul, you know that old Meekins is a good boy.
He is a good boy.
So, Gilby, I will tell you, because I remember this intimately, there are 2 contradictions.
Okay. I mean, I know how he opened the locker. I'm not sure how contradictions work. But if you have a plan, go with the plan.
Oh, yeah, I got this. We're good.
Okay. Regarding the video contained on this tape, there is one thing in particular that seems rather strange. Strange? Oh, right, I'm the judge. Strange.
Yeah.
This contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman. What? This video contains such a contradiction?
Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth.
I propose we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video.
He would want me to point it out. Well, yeah, that's your job, buddy.
Right.
Very well. Proposal accepted. Let's further inspect this piece of evidence. I will now oh, God damn it. I will now play the security tape.
At least it won't have the music, if that makes you feel any better.
Nope. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction.
Sorry, what's that, Katie? That's the best part. I'm sure everybody could hear Katie say that was the best part. So
It was the best part.
Yeah.
It's the derpy music in the background. That's what nearly killed me, because I almost couldn't breathe. No, Nick, I can't take it twice in one night. No! I have to point out a problem in the video. This is the first time I've ever had to do this.
You can do it, Mr. Wright. It's set up so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video.
Thanks, exposition.
Yeah, just take a
Emma.
look. And be sure to point out the right thing. Also, you're welcome. How'd you know my middle name?
Oh, it's on your file. Oh, God, it's me. Okay.
Yep.
Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching this video. How did this guy ever become a police officer? Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where is the contradiction that indicates the
Went straight to
there is the music! You lied to me!
The music is here. I did.
You lied to me! How could you?
I'm so sorry. Katie says yay. Just tell me when you want to pause.
Probably right there.
Shall we?
Yes.
Is it this?
I think it's that. The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this!
Uh-oh, it might not be.
Oh no. Yes, that is strange. Something certainly seems unnatural about that. What could it mean?
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Wright, but you seem to have forgotten the point of this exercise.
The point?
What you are looking for is one thing, and one thing only. Something that indicates the man may not be Detective Goodman.
Oh, instead of how he opened the
locker.
The locker. Okay. Oh, yeah. Ooh, I almost walked right into the defense's trap. I'll place him under arrest, sir. You slow down and tackle these things one piece at a time. Now, what do I do? Play the video again!
So I was wrong. There's actually a third thing in here.
Oh. Very well.
I forgot about.
Let's try this again.
Just remember one thing, Mr. Wright. Every time you point your finger, someone gets hurt. Says the one pointing his finger.
I was gonna say, literally.
Right.
I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak. I have to point out a problem in the video.
And I will tell you, this contradiction is there from the very start of the video.
Okay.
You can do it, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, we did this.
Yeah, we did this.
Fine. Blah, blah, blah. Can you pause it?
I sure can.
Yep, that's him. Who did it, officer?
Yeah. This
Case
is the
closed.
man you're looking for. Look at that, those dead eyes. That vicious stare.
He's holding a weapon!
Down, down!
Okay.
Oh, I can go, hold on. I just realized I can go frame by frame.
Oh, okay.
Amazing.
What are we looking to find that is not Mr. Goodman? I don't know, but there's Meeks.
Do you want me to point at something?
Yeah, I need a hint.
Okay.
Not.
I'm going to pause it when we come back around here. Look at the top row of lockers.
Top row of lockers. One is open, one is closed, one is closed.
What does the open one have that the rest of them don't? Here, let's do this. This'll help you.
Can you zoom?
I can't zoom.
Come on, it's like NCIS. You can always zoom.
Enhance. Enhance.
If you're familiar with the TV show Red Dwarf, they do a whole bit on the enhance. What am I looking at? It's missing a nameplate.
I don't see any nameplates on the other ones.
No. Look at the top. It's missing.
Oh, this thing here?
Yeah.
So it gets dropped in the dialogue really quickly, but that's an indicator light.
That it's open?
It turns on when the locker is open.
So it was already open.
You're right.
The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this! Officer Meekins? Sir! Do you mean me, sir? As I understand it, the locker apparatus were... Oh my God! Why? Why is it happening? As I understand it, locker apparatus, like... When you grab the handle, sensor reads your fingerprint if it's a match. The light turns on and the lock is released. According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir. If so, something is seriously wrong with this picture. There's a lot wrong with this picture. bum. When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker, let's rewind a little earlier.
Let's really milk this piece of animation we made.
Look, we put in a lot of money into this. Okay? This is the one scene where we actually have moving bodies that have to go at 24 frames a second. Okay. Here, notice the light? What's this? It's already lit? Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle. Order! Order! What's the meaning of this? It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime.
But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When a door is shut, a sensor is triggered, and the locker is automatically locked.
Oh, I know! It must have broken down! Of course, I'm not an expert in this.
That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction.
Oh well, it just goes to show novices should keep their mouth shut. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation? Me, Your Honor? Yes. Why wasn't the locker on? Me, Your Honor? Yes, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator?
Huh? Oh, maybe something like jam the system sensor?
Like a glove. The glove. Like the glove that I mentioned like 5 minutes ago. Yeah.
Yeah, you found the thing.
I found the thing. I got the thing. Something jammed in the sensor? Say, there's something else that seems out of place in this video.
Yeah, I thought so too. There's gotta be another clue somewhere in this footage.
There, since the video once.
Oh, I agree.
The locker wasn't Mr. Wright. Can you fast forward, Nick?
I can.
Right there.
Shall we?
Shall it?
Take that!
Please watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier.
No music this time.
Because they want you to take it seriously.
Yeah, that's what was missing in taking this scenario seriously, is take the music away.
What's this? Something white fell out of the wall. But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are opened. I often fall out and roll great distances when I open my... We can't be sure the item was completely inside the locker to begin with. And I think it's character appropriate that Phoenix would just...
Yeah, just run over him.
And like, no, buddy. No.
The adults are talking.
What do you mean? The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door? Inserted? Bum, 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 bum.
That flag holds on as long as it can.
Yep. This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor. Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir. Instead of the door closing, my tie chokes me. but the object would have to be extremely thin. The door.
Not only that, but it would have to block electrical currents. It would need to be an insulator.
Yes, an insulator. Was that the crime scene? There just might have been something that fits. But sir, by insulator, you don't mean... I think I finally got this figured out. I had this figured out from the beginning of the game. Very well. Will the defense please present the relative evidence? What was this insulator that was stuck in the locker door? Pull the glove, Nick!
Nope.
No, it wasn't your badge.
Sorry.
No.
Sorry.
Bad. I found this near the locker. Thin rubber glove. But we can't be sure that was in the victim's locker. It has a tag on it that says L9 incident. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker. But that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to it. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that one. Is this not so, Officer Meekins? Sir! It would appear so, sir! Order! So, we ought to believe then that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the detective evidence, blah, 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 who this witness stabbed in the evidence was not Detective
Do not be misled, Your Honor.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility, and nothing more. The victim in this video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this.
What?
Officer Meekins, please testify about this.
Sir? Me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir. Is this a joke? Very well. Begin your testimony. Mystery Man 2. There's one other thing that proves it was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. An ID card record. I see.
I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor. The ID used at 514 is that of the victim.
Just crime. Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal. Why were there so few people using this room?
This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases.
Special cases?
Extremely violent cases involving police staff. Ooh, just hearing that makes my hair stand on end.
Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference.
Wow. There were only a few cases up for transferal there, and most were cleared up by noon.
Right, I see. Now, let's move on to the cross-examination.
Press it all?
Press it on! So, unlike your earlier testimony, you believe this to be rock solid, do you? Yes, sir! Solid as stone, sir! If my hand wasn't wrapped in bandages, I'd even give the V for victory sign, sir!
Couldn't he just use his right hand for that?
Let's hear him out fully. As we've seen, one never knows what he might say until the very last second. The judge gave me shade. Is that card hanging from your neck one of those ID cards? Yes, sir! This card right next to my cuff, sir! I keep it here so I won't ever forget it! But what if someone were to steal it from you? Keeping it out in the open like that? Maybe I shouldn't wear it around my neck. Remember when I said 2 out of 3 times my tie gets stuck when I get out of my car? Well, the remaining time, it's my ID card that gets stuck. Instead of the door closing, my ID card chokes me. Maybe I should just leave this one alone.
At any rate, each police officer has only one ID card. Both the police department and the prosecutor's office can attest to this.
Please proceed with your testimony. Let it be noted that this is the record the witness referred to. Let me see. Yes, that would be it. Detective Good. What's the matter? According to this, Mr. Edgeworth, your name is on here.
So it is, Your Honor. That prosecutor right there.
Hey, Mommy, is that man in the blue river? You've got the wrong color, kid. It would seem the inquiry committee will want to speak with you again today.
I have nothing to be ashamed of regarding my actions or their consequences. For now, let us continue with the cross-examination. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. It must be so difficult for him.
Earlier, I believe you testified that when you asked the man to show his ID card, he pulled a knife on you. Yes, sir. He didn't show me any ID card, sir. Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife. Maybe you just panicked? Everything stems from contradictions. Let's point them out.
Mr. Wright, what do you think?
I'm confused.
What?
The problem with this ID card testimony is far too obvious. It's nothing like Edgeworth to miss it.
You're thinking too hard about it. Come on, let's show them what we got. Do you know what it is, Gilby?
I mean, that somebody stole the ID card, but...
Do you remember the piece of evidence we have that supports that?
Someone stole the ID card. Can we look at the evidence again?
Of course.
Maybe a visual will jog my memory. I mean, the ticket, right?
The ticket?
Because the ticket says that... Oh, no. That's not it. Is it just that we found the ID card somewhere else in a different location?
No, that wouldn't do it. But we do have a piece that definitively...
Is it that? It's the lost item report? Okay. He lost his ID.
Mm-hmm.
Day of.
The day of.
Yeah. That's it. Wait 1 moment, Officer Meekin. I'm not good at waiting, sir. I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene. That makes sense. When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card. Lost item report? It's only half completed. But it shows that the Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report.
Let me guess. You believe this something is his ID card, right?
I can't say for sure, but there is a high probability. I don't know why I said probability like that, but there is a high one. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card. Order! Order! So, now, what does this all mean? It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card. Order! 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 Does the prosecution have a response?
I have only one thing to say to the defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright.
Bravo?
Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 p.m. on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright?
Yeah. What's he up to?
That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder.
That is, well, I guess that's right.
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago, you seemed content to be pointing your finger around.
Says the man pointing the finger. Okay, this isn't going to end well.
Well. Seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone through such lengths to prove.
Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth.
The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means a murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime.
Joe.
So the real crime could only take place at one location: the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The murderer being Miss Lana Skye, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness observed the moment of the defendant use the murder weapon.
Ah! Coming up. Coming up. I knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning. The activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered? And where did this person disappear to? However, this trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman.
Just so, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, you have to do something, or else Lana...
What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess? I mean, we have to object, right?
Yeah, it is the basis of the game.
Yeah. One moment, Your Honor.
What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven.
Of course not. But I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap.
What are you talking about?
This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder.
Oh, the Blue Badger.
However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter. Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes, Your Honor.
If this court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident.
This just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the station.
Mr. Wright, do you mean...
Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness. Oh? Whom do you have in mind? Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room.
The prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply.
Very well then, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would have to testify, what is his or her or their name?
There.
Yeah. That would be Jake Marshall, age 33, a patrolman investigating the incident at the prosecution's office thinks he's a coward.
Take that!
Officer Jake Marshall.
Why him?
I can't let Edgeworth know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say.
The prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department, and we shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare.
Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time?
We will, Your Honor.
Court is now in recess. And while it may take the game 30 minutes, folks, it's probably going to take us
Just a bit longer.
February 24th. Oh, it's you. I'm sorry. Yeah,
That's
go
right,
ahead.
yeah. February 24th, 11:32 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. I guess this is me too.
It is.
There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright?
Huh? What do you mean?
You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you figured everything out.
I haven't figured out anything.
Lana, you're the one who knows everything. No. You always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you. I don't recall ever asking for his protection. How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me?
Hope I'm not seeing anything, Pat. Oh, yes I am. I'll come back later. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run all around while on duty. And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals.
Sorry, Detective.
You better be, pal. Hey, I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Sky.
That's okay. So, have you brought what I asked?
Oh, you mean this, right? What an awkward selection of dialogue.
Right, but it's so effective.
I hope I performed that accurately to the game's initial intent.
I think that was the soul of what we were looking for.
Okay, I tried. I did try.
My apologies, Detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request.
Ah, that makes sense. My name? Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy.
Right?
The SL9 incident.
But Lana, that's... I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read.
I can't believe you, the chief prosecutor, were a witness in that case. Sky.
SL9 incident files received from Lana Sky. Files for the Joe Dark killings, solved 2 years ago.
Take it from me, you don't want anything to do with serial murders. Oh, what? Now that I brought you your stuff, you're just gonna ignore me? Emma, but why? Why is your name in here?
What? My name's in there? I don't know, unless... No, it couldn't be Lana. This SL9 incident, is that... That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dark killings. The Joe Dark? No, Lana! It's over with! No!
Emma, wait! She ran away. You know what? I just remembered I gotta be somewhere. Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here. Jake Marshall, Angel Starr, Damon Gant, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence.
Knowing you might just be able to figure it all out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck.
I better take a good look at this file.
And I'm going to recommend we do that next time.
Next time! Woo, that was a whirlwind. What happened?
Right. Yeah, we're coming up to the end here.
We're chugging along. We're making it happen. That God-saken video footage. You had me, man. I really was like, oh God, okay.
I know. I pulled my serious voice out for it.
I know, only because the stuff with the elevator actually was pretty dark. I know they didn't show a lot, but like the dialogue was pretty graphic. So I'm like, oh God.
Yeah.
I was like, oh well, maybe with the budget they, upped the ante, and they did, but not in the way that I anticipated.
You know, I'm gonna clip that, right?
You have to. Oh, you can do a highlight so you can get the whole thing.
Absolutely will.
Yeah, you should. You def should.
But I will tell you, friend, I think we are 2 sessions away from finishing this game.
Ooh, exciting.
So, you heard it here first, everybody. We should wrap this up before Halloween. Next one will be the end of this trial day, and then our last investigation session. And then it's just all court cases to the end.
Awesome.
Yeah, very fun. Very fun.
I will say that in 2 weeks, we will be doing this on a Tuesday instead of a Wednesday because
Correct.
I got the scheduling commitment. But it's also voice acting related, so...
Yeah, very exciting stuff, too. Which maybe Gilby will be able to talk about that after they have their...
I just realized I'm not sure if I can, but awkward. I probably can talk about it. I just probably can't talk about it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, we'll clarify the rules and we'll see what we can find out from there.
Yeah, but it is exciting. I'm very excited, and I hope I can share information with you guys. Yay!
Yeah. All right, so I think that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you all again for choosing to spend your time with us. I greatly appreciate it, as always.
And special shout out to Katie for always giving us objections so we don't get too comfortable, because we should.
Yeah, much appreciated to get a switch every once in a while. Any final thoughts, Gilby?
God, I gotta think about this. just that video is going to haunt me for the next few days. And I hope I lost a few calories from the laughter because it sure as hell.
I will be taking everybody over on a raid to the Mystery Science Theater 3000 channel, where they are showing 24 hours a day Mystery Science Theater.
I do love Mystery Science Theater 3000.
As I say, formational to my comedy as well. So,
and to my puppetry career. Yes, you heard that correctly.
But I do want to say thank you all again. My name is Nick, aka Pavel the Barbarian Bard, with my bestest voiceover buddy.
Hey.
And I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of the night.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, I'm definitely going to Mystery Science Theater 3000. Hold up.